Welcome to this astrologically led yoga practice, guided by the energy of Taurus. Taurus is a sign deeply connected to the rhythms of nature. It's steady, patient, and grounded. Symbolized by the bull, Taurus invites us to slow down, soften, and become fully present with this moment and the world around us. Taurus energy draws us into the body, to our senses, our breath, and the simple beauty of each moment. It reminds us of the power of slowing down, and when we do, we create space to feel more rooted, supported, and grateful for what already is. In this practice, we'll work with the earth element, moving slowly and steadily to cultivate a sense of stability and inner security. Allow yourself to feel supported by the earth beneath you, grounded in your body, and anchored in this moment. When you're ready, let's begin. If you're listening to the playlist alongside today's class, feel free to hit play and I will meet you in a Sukhasana, an easy seat of your choice as you're ready. And take as long as you need to set yourself up here, maybe finding a cross-legged position, and allow the palms of the hands to land on the knees. The palms facing down, inviting in this idea of grounding, of turning inward and tapping in with your internal world. And if it feels okay to do so today, maybe the eyes draw to a close. You might find a softness to the gaze. And start to invite your senses into this space, becoming aware of what you might hear, any noises or sounds. Starting from what feels far away, simply noticing without needing to identify or understand necessarily what that sound is, but opening your awareness to it. And then starting to notice the sounds closer to you. Maybe the breath, or music. And then shifting your attention towards the eyes. And if the eyelids are closed here, perhaps that's noticing the colors and shapes that dance behind your eyelids. And if the eyes are open, maybe there's a soft awareness of the colors in your vision and vague shapes in space. Notice if there's any smells, any tastes. And then bringing your awareness into the sensation of touch. Noticing the warmth from the palms of the hands, making contact with the knees. The sensation of your clothing against your skin. The air on your body. Notice the sit bones grounding down into the earth and the connection between your body and the surface beneath you. Taurus rules the senses, which act as a gateway into this moment. So really paying attention to what you notice here and what comes into your awareness through your senses. And becoming aware of your sit bones in contact with the earth. Notice the weight through the pelvic bowl and the length of the spine reaching up towards the sky. And from that connection of sit bones to earth, visualizing roots growing from your pelvis deep down into the earth beneath you. spreading far and wide, and perhaps golden in color, tapping you deep down into the center of the earth. And these roots are your connection to grounding. They keep you secure and stable, supported, and rooted into this moment. As you find your next inhale, perhaps imagining drawing up energy, life force through those roots, pulling it up through the belly, the chest, all the way to the crown of the head. Envisioning perhaps your spine like the trunk of a tree, your roots grounding down and the trunk reaching up skyward. And then perhaps on your exhale, you imagine sending that energy back down into the earth and taking anything that is no longer serving you, that is keeping you stuck or stagnant. Imagine funneling it back down toward the surface beneath you. That energy extending out through the roots and returning back to earth. Inhaling to draw up that fresh, rooted, grounded energy. Drawing it up through the spine to base of skull. And then exhaling to release anything that's keeping you stuck, anything that is no longer yours to hold. And then as you find the bottom of your next exhale, start to bring some awareness back into the body, into the space. We'll find a clasp of the hands behind the back, bringing palms of the hands to touch and lengthening knuckles back and down toward the space behind you. Drawing shoulder blades together on spine, open through the front of the chest. Find a full breath in here. And then on the exhale, keeping the hands clasped, we'll draw the knuckles over toward the left hip. Draw the elbows together behind you and allow the left ear to drop down towards left shoulder. And let the shoulders be heavy. And breathing into the space between the ear and the shoulder. You might stay here, or you might play with gliding the chin across the collarbone and then opening the head up towards the sky, playing with the sensations through the side of the neck. Then slowly draw the head back through center. We'll switch the clasp of the knuckles over towards the right hip this time. Allowing right ear to fall to right shoulder. And again, invitation to stay. Or maybe as the shoulders glide down the back, you play with drawing the chin across the collarbone and opening it towards the sky. And head returns upright, releasing a hold of your hands. This time clasping the hands behind the back of the skull, drawing the elbows wide, pulling them to the space behind you. As you find an in-breath, opening up through the front of the heart space. And on the exhale, hugging the elbows to touch, rounding the spine in space, almost finding a cat shape. So inhaling to open, and exhaling to draw in, hug to center. And we'll continue with this movement, or feel free to play with circling the spine in space. Maybe reaching one elbow up towards the sky, moving through some side bends. And rounding through center to the other side. And eventually, you'll find your way back upright. This time extending fingertips towards the sky. Plug down through the roots at your sit bones and reach up through the branches of the arms. Then on the exhale, we'll find a twist to the right. Left arm goes forward, right arm goes back. Find a breath in here as you land. And then exhale back through center. Find length at the top. And on the breath out, twisting toward the left this time. Left arm extends back, right arm forward. Inhale to rise back through center. We'll do this once more on each side, opening to the right, finding your twist. And then drawing back through center, this time opening to the left, staying anchored through the sit bones. The next time you find your way through center, as you twist toward the right, the left hand will land at the right knee, walking right fingertips behind you in space. And pausing here in your twist. Imagine spiraling left rib cage open towards the right, hugging right shoulder blade to the space behind you. Find length from sacrum to back of skull. And then slowly unfurl. We'll come back through center and this time twist over toward the left. Right palm meets left knee. Maybe the gaze goes over the left shoulder. Noticing this spiraling shape through your spine, expanding the lungs out as you breathe. Release back through center. This time we'll plant the hands out in front of us and either rolling over top of the shins or finding your way, however that might be. We'll meet in a tabletop. And bringing wrists under shoulders, knees underneath hips. And take a moment here to spread wide through the fingers. Imagine plugging into the earth through the palms of the hands. Notice the stability and support that the ground offers you here. The stable base, this place of connection. As you find your next inhale, we'll make our way through some cat-cows, so drawing forward. And then exhale to round the spine, press the earth away. Inhale, belly softens, finding your cow. And exhale to round into cat. And continuing through your cat-cows, feel free to add in any intuitive movements, whether that's a sway from side to side, some barrel rolls through the torso, but staying connected to how it feels to press away from the earth. This conversation that's taking place between the parts of your body in contact with the mat. And then finding your way back through center as you take your next inhale, opening right arm to the sky. And on the exhale, thread a right arm underneath left armpit, finding a thread the needle. Invitation to walk the left fingertips up above you, maybe even over to the right. Think of pressing the back of right hand down into the earth, leveraging the chest open towards the sky. Send the breath down towards belly. And then slowly pressing back into left hand, we'll extend right arm back open to the sky. And then grounding the palm to mat, finding your tabletop. Inhale this time, left arm extends up. And on the exhale, the arm threads under right armpits. Invitation to walk right fingertips to top of mat, maybe even over toward the top left corner. And again, pressing into the length of the left arm, using the support of the earth to guide you into your twist. And allow the rib cage to expand out. And then ground back down into right palm, left arm reaches to sky. Then left palm meets mat, tucking the toes, sending the hips up and back. We'll find our first downward facing dog. Spreading wide through fingers and toes, plugging into the earth, through the palms of the hands, the soles of the feet. And taking any movements that feel intuitive here.